Esports are big business. How big? Newzoo says the competitive gaming industry, also known as esports, will grow to more than $1 billion by 2019. Becker College in Worcester is the first in the country to offer a new major tied to professional gaming. What's it all about? Tim Lowy and Vaughn Calhoun explained how it will work.
The esports is just booming right now, right? It's a whole industry now, worldwide about 900 million, and it's projected to be about $1 billion by 2020. That's only a couple years away, which is crazy. And then sort of layer that.
It's such a relatively new industry to think about the growth that quickly.
Yes, yes, and then just to layer that with Becker College right now, with having the #4 game design program in the world, with the new varsity esports team, our Mass Digi as well, we said, this is like the perfect storm. So, as the industry is growing, because it is so young, it needs professionals. So we thought this would be the perfect time to leverage the industry and what we're already doing at Becker right now.
So I want to talk more about the degree in a minute, but that's available in fall 2019.
Correct.
But coming this fall, as I understand it, will be the new varsity esports program.
Correct.
Let's dive into that a little bit, unpack that for people. So if someone at home is thinking electronic sports and they're completely new to this, explain to them what exactly this will entail.
So just think of it like you would any other sport, except they compete on a digital field instead of a physical one. So student athletes would play games like League of Legends or Overwatch or Hearthstone or many others.
All very popular games
all
right
very
now.
popular, played by hundreds of millions of people around the world every day. And they compete. For example, our first varsity team is going to be in League of Legends, which is a 5-on-5 game, and players match up and they play against each other on a screen. They can play in the same room against each other, or they can play remotely around the world with each other. And you watch it just like you might watch Tom Brady play, or the Red Sox play.
So for folks at home, you don't have to be playing to be participating in this process.
It's a spectator-driven industry right now. It's hundreds of millions of dollars at the moment. Actually, the investment side is on the way up, significantly larger than the revenue side right now. And everybody's involved, whether it's locally, folks may have read that Bob Kraft and the Kraft Group bought a team in the Overwatch League.
Boston Overwatch, I think.
Boston Uprising, right?
Yeah.
And they compete in that new global league that Activision Blizzard set up to support that title. Every pro sports team is sort of involved.
Lots
NBA
of
2K,
crossover,
Boston
lots
Celtics.
of overlap.
Yeah, so it's big time.
And when you say that these esports athletes are just like regular athletes, you mean they're wearing uniforms, they're practicing, things of this nature.
They're going to the gym.
Yeah.
They are eating well. They are balancing all the things that any sort of top-tier athlete would.
And as I understand it, there's also a $5,000 scholarship that's available. What will students need to do to qualify to get that money?
Well, I think, just as Tim said, to show themselves worthy in terms of their play. And, and Tim can talk a little bit more about it in terms of finding out where these players are, looking for, top leaderboards, who's who. Just like, if you're looking for a top football player, right? Who are the who's who, from this region to that region?
If we're looking at the screen time overall, there's a lot of discussion right now about the fact that screen time can be linked to depression. And we know that students, as any human, spend a lot of time on screens right now. So is this something you're going to be talking with your students about, the amount of screen time they're spending?
Yeah, I think that goes to part of the whole ethical issues of it, right? In terms of, how much should someone be on a screen, right? But I also think, too, there was one report that came out also to sort of say that wasn't necessarily as true. It sort of goes back and forth, and it's still so young to, what right now. We're still trying to figure that out. But as esports, as the varsity sports grows, hopefully there'll be governing boards who will also put their tentacles into it as well to make sure that everyone's safe and healthy, just like a regular NCAA football player, basketball player, softball player.
What's a day in the life of an esports player going to look like at Becker?
So I think it'll pretty much mirror a typical student athlete's day. They have classes, they have their life that they run, but then there'll be practice time, there'll be coaching. In our case, most of the coaching is remote. And then from there, there'll be breakdowns and workshops for the teams to sort of organize strategy and so forth. So it'll mirror almost exactly what any other sport does. except that instead of going out to a diamond and playing, they're sitting behind a screen and playing. And it is all about balance, right? Everything in life is about trying to find that right balance between things. So one minor difference between esports and field sports might be that there's a time restriction and access to field sports. Essentially, there's no restriction on esports. Like, you could play all the time because the internet doesn't turn off. So how do you balance that? So we'll have to work with students to make sure. But there are essentially hundreds of esports clubs on campuses around the country. For the most part, every college has one. Then there are around 100 or so institutions with varsity esports programs already. So we're at the sort of front end of that wave. We're the first one in the state to do this and offer scholarships. But we won't be the last, right? There'll be, I'd guess, every single college in the state will be exploring this, if they aren't right now, within the next year, because it's what's next.
And with the esports management degree, I know you've got another year before you actually roll it out, but what are you looking at in terms of what the educational curriculum and requirements will be? Is it a 2-year degree? Is it a 4-year degree?
Right. It's a 4-year program. It's based in our business program as well. So what we're looking at when we first looked at this was, what outcomes do we want? And in terms of, what do we want our graduate to have? So we want them to be very cross-functional, right? Because it is such a young field, we don't want to say, okay, just focus on the marketing, right? We want them to focus on marketing. We want them to look at, management of teams, management of leagues. We want them to understand the whole data analytics side of it as well. So as they're going through our program, there's going to be 10 specific courses of esports that's also layered with business courses as well as game courses too. So
When
they're
you say
going to
game, you mean sort of the digital interface
Yes.
and building the games?
game design, game art, game programming. So they're going to get essentially a mix of 3 different pots: esports, game design, and business.
In terms of if mom and dad, grandma and grandpa are watching this at home and thinking, okay, they're going to invest, several $100,000 in themselves over this 4 years, what can they earn when they get out with a degree in this? What's kind of starting? I know this is a new field, but what's average starting salary for someone who might enter this field?
I don't know if I've seen too much hard data on that, but it's solid, right? It's not the same as you might see in subsequent years because it's starting up, but it's going to be okay because this is a big money business. This is consumer facing, this is tech, this is entertainment. I think there's going to be good opportunities here, and I think if you go to college to play esports, it's maybe in some cases there's a professional outcome for you, but it's more likely you're going to be going to go work for an esports organization, whether it's on the marketing side or who knows, maybe you go to law school. There are all sorts of opportunities there, and getting your foot in the door and building that community and network at the undergraduate level by playing is a great way to start.
Wow, it's a really interesting topic. I appreciate you both coming in to help us learn a bit about it. Thanks so much.